And right now, the Roosters are playing some bloody good football. Tedesco's fresh. When has Tedesco been fresh this time of year? Especially after going through an Origin campaign that was obviously one of the fastest and most brutal we've seen. So for him to have had the time off will be a blessing in disguise, mate. It really will. And the team's coming together. You know, we saw a few, Hugo Savala as an example in the centres. He just keeps getting better and better and better each week. Sam Walker's negotiations for his contract seems to be taking him to a completely different level. You know, we questioned how he'd come out of Origin. You know, first time, still a young bloke, still not physically mature, and he's just absolutely, dominated. So their forward pack looks like they're fit and healthy and running. We spoke for Keddy and Wong, quite intensely before the Bulldogs game. They keep going well. And then that bench, so Connor Watson, Lindsay Collins, and the Butcher brothers. Like, give me a spell. Like, you would genuinely be hard-pressed to find a better bench. All four of them would start in the Tigers pack. I think we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
So
and that prop rotation, Lenu, White, and Collins, like, that's just about the best three-punch lineup in the whole league. That's and you mentioned Teddy. He would have been fresher last year because he didn't have Origin. Well, he had was it last year? No, I don't think he played at all last year. But they weren't going that well at the back end of last year, and they kind of limped in, and they had a bit of a late challenge. But as you just said there, their forward pack is dominant. They've got Walker, who's gone to a whole other level after Origin.